Among the countless treasures Wang Lin encountered in his turbulent journey, few carried as much mystery, weight, and destiny as the God-Slaying Chariot. But instead of keeping this peerless weapon for himself, Wang Lin chose to give it away to none other than Situ Nan, the immortal spirit sealed within his heart. Why would Wang Lin give away something so powerful? What hidden importance does this chariot hold? And what memories bind him and Situ Nan together so deeply that such a gift becomes not just a treasure, but a promise? Tonight, we dive into the story of Wang Lin's God-Slaying Chariot and the unbreakable bond with Situ Nan. The God-Slaying Chariot was not an ordinary weapon. It was a treasure born of slaughter, created in ancient times for the sole purpose of fighting against gods and defying heaven itself. To hold it was to hold the blood of countless cultivators, a legacy of destruction and defiance. When Wang Lin first laid eyes on it, he understood at once. This was a weapon of ultimate destruction. This was a vessel for vengeance. This was something that could shake the heavens. Yet in Wang Lin's heart, there was a man who understood such power even more than himself, Situ Nan. To understand why Wang Lin would one day hand this treasure to Situ Nan, we must travel back to the day they first met. Wang Lin was young, still fumbling in the dangerous path of cultivation. Inside the corpse of an ancient immortal, he stumbled upon a mysterious spirit sealed away for countless years. That spirit was Situ Nan, arrogant, boisterous, yet filled with a strange charisma that Wang Lin could not ignore. Situ Nan laughed wildly the first time he saw Wang Lin. Ha! A mortal dares to walk the immortal path? Interesting. Boy, you'll be useful to me. From that day on, their fates became entwined. Situ Nan became both mentor and manipulator, guiding Wang Lin through countless perils. Not always with kindness, but always with effectiveness. He offered knowledge, schemes, and secrets that no ordinary cultivator could possess. And slowly, a bond began to form. Situ Nan was no ordinary cultivator. Once he had stood at the pinnacle of the cultivation world. His ambition was sky high, his power unmatched. Yet he too had been brought down, sealed away, mocked by fate. Wang Lin recognized something in Situ Nan, something familiar. Both of them had suffered. Both of them had walked the edge of despair, and both of them carried hatred against the heavens. The God-Slaying Chariot, in truth, was more than just a treasure. It was a weapon that symbolized exactly what Situ Nan was, a man who would rather fight heaven itself than kneel. Wang Lin remembered the countless times Situ Nan's voice had saved him. When he was trapped in the Suzaku tomb, it was Situ Nan's guidance that whispered escape. When the All-Seer's schemes threatened to consume him, it was Situ Nan's laughter that reminded him not to falter. When Wang Lin stood alone against enemies too vast to overcome, Situ Nan lent him courage, taunting even the heavens. Though Situ Nan often mocked him as boy, his words carried a strange fatherly weight. In the silence of the night, Wang Lin sometimes wondered, was Situ Nan the closest thing to family he had left? When Wang Lin finally held the God-Slaying Chariot, he felt its terrifying might. It was the kind of weapon that could change destinies, the kind of treasure that cultivators would slaughter entire sects for. But instead of binding it to his own soul, Wang Lin turned towards Situ Nan. Old ghost, this treasure suits you more than it suits me. Situ Nan fell silent. For a man who mocked the heavens themselves, to be given such a treasure left even him worthless. Finally, his booming laughter erupted. Ha 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 ha! Boy, you've grown very well. Since you gift me this chariot, let the heavens themselves tremble once more before Situ Nan. In truth, Wang Lin gave the chariot not out of weakness, but out of respect. He knew that Situ Nan, with his knowledge and his hatred, could wield it more effectively. And more importantly, it was a gift of trust. Why was this gift so important? For Situ Nan, it was a chance to regain dignity, to once again hold a weapon worthy of his defiance. After centuries of being sealed, mocked by heaven and time, the God-Slaying Chariot gave him a chance to roar again. For Wang Lin, it was a way to honor the man who had been with him through every trial. Situ Nan was not merely a companion, he was a mirror of Wang Lin's own path. By giving him the chariot, Wang Lin acknowledged that their destinies were bound. For the story, this gift symbolized more than treasure. It symbolized legacy, rebellion, and brotherhood forged in blood and loss. Though Situ Nan often insulted Wang Lin, there were moments, brief, hidden moments, where his care was obvious. When Wang Lin nearly lost himself to despair after Li Muan's death, it was Situ Nan who, in his own strange way, reminded him to keep living. Boy, if you fall now, who will curse the heavens with me? Live, struggle. Only then can we spit in fate's face. And Wang Lin remembered that. The God-Slaying Chariot was not merely a weapon, it was a bond. In gifting it to Situ Nan, Wang Lin was not giving away power. He was sharing destiny. It was a recognition of trust, a salute to the man who had once been sealed away but never broken, and a promise that when the heavens tried to crush them, they would ride together, defiant to the very end.